Hey y'all, hey, I'm back and we talking about confirmation today. So we struggle with it, right? We struggle with like, oh, if this is the path I'm on, God, please confirm it to me in some way. And a lot of times we receive the confirmation and we like, well, just to be sure, God, show it to me again. And I know guys sometimes be like, girl, boy, if I got to confirm this to you one more time. And this morning I was writing and something I wrote, I got on and I watched a video, and the girl, when she does the video, she always says, go back to God and confirm. But something she said when she was closing out her video had confirmed it for me. And it just made me think about all the times I was asking God for confirmation on things when maybe he gave me the confirmation before the thing showed up. And I can't think back on times now and think like, dang, did he show me something before? But today I felt it. So I know that there's been moments where God showed me something before the thing that was confirming happened, and I just missed it because I'm waiting for a confirmation after. Literally something I wrote, she said the words out of her mouth, and I felt at peace with me doing the right thing right now. And she was literally talking about as you're elevating, it's like you're an elevator. Your life is going to be so transparent to the people around you, to say their negativity or to say cheering for you or to not care one way or the other. But I felt that. I was thinking, I was talking to my friend the other day about when things were going good or bad, I never went back and recanted anything. I never took the videos down because I knew that it was going to be for something. I knew it was going to be part of my testimony in the long run, that people could not just take my word for it, but literally go back and see for themselves that what I'm telling them is what was going on. And I don't know if I feel good or bad about it, whether everybody gonna be in my business like that, but I didn't feel ashamed of sharing in those moments. So I guess I'm not gonna feel no way about it. I'm glad that it was out there and that I felt vulnerable enough to be in that place to share it. So neither here nor there. Okay. So back to the confirmation thing. I don't know how many times I asked God to confirm that Eric was my husband. Like, God literally froze me in a moment and just shook me like, girl, this is him, okay? And I'm like, I see that different, God. I know that you just showed me that I would be married and I would have children, and it was never a face on it. Like, when God was giving that to me, I never seen a particular kind of guy or been like, oh, he was this tall, or this is what his skin complexion looked like, or this is what his hair will be like. I never seen him physically. But when God told me that, I said what the situation would be. And that's where we was losing. We was losing each other because I had said the situation I was going to walk into, and it was very opposite of what I did walk into. And that's because God needed that man in that situation to help me help him. We are in partnership, and the more I evolve and he sees growth in me and wants to change, the more I see the change in him, confirming it, and how he's been able to build up my confidence to stand my ground in what I believe. And it don't always happen how you want to. I'm like, my husband's going to cheer me on, and he's going to, just say, yeah, girl, you got it. You doing this. But the way he questioned me and made me have to really understand. You say things and you believe things, but if nobody ever questions your faith, or nobody ever asks you why, in the bigger stance of it, somebody will, and you won't have an answer. Because of my husband, I have answers in who I am, and I am so grateful for it. Even the other day, I was out here making a video, and my neighbor asked me, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I just put inspirational videos up. And he said, I see it feels something in you. And that was confirmation to me that I was doing the right thing, because he seen when I'm sitting out here that it really gives me a sense of joy to be sharing. And I thank God for that. So I say all that to say, if you did something or wanted something and you told somebody, like, this is what I want, this is how it's gonna be, and this is what's coming, or this is how I want it, and they kept on being like, I heard you, but are you sure? I'm going to check back in a week or so and see if you was really sure about that. I'm going to check back in a month and see if you was really sure about it. And even if we was asking God for things, and God just kept coming at us in our sleep, like, I know you said, you want healing in these relationships or in your life. You sure? I know you said you wanted marriage. Are you sure? I know you said you wanted children, but are you sure? Like, if God treated us how we treated him on things, we would go crazy. We would literally lose our minds. Like, and I know people are out there being like, I've been praying for the same thing for a long time, and it still hasn't happened. So what are you saying? It's not making sense to me. But what I am learning, and that I am sure of, is God can't give us things that we are not prepared for. And if you've been praying on something and you don't feel it coming to fruition, and you don't even see a glimpse of that it should be happening, it's time for self-reflection. Like, maybe it's not everybody else going wrong. Maybe there's something that you have not figured out in yourself that would allow that to be what it should be. I was talking to God about, I seen it as, once I got married, I would have children. And in this last 6 months, I have realized that there were things in me that I would not want to see in my home. There were still character flaws that God had to work out of me before I became pregnant, because to see it would break my heart. To see it in my home, it would literally break my heart. And God had to work that out of me before I got pregnant, because women carry, and they think like once they deliver the baby is when they start teaching, once they have the child. But we carry our eggs from puberty. We our baby feels everything we feel in the womb. And what I prayed to God for was for a happy pregnancy. A pregnancy where I could enjoy the process of feeling the baby grow and connecting and being at peace in my pregnancy. My attitude wouldn't allow that. The way that my temperament was set up, it wouldn't have allowed peace in my pregnancy. And not because of anybody else, because I couldn't deal in those things, because I didn't want things not to go my way, is why it would have been not what I wanted it to be. And I came to that realization in a conversation the other day. And I thank God. I thank God that I didn't get pregnant sooner than it was supposed to happen. Because I want to flow in that. So, yeah, let's work on not needing 1,000 confirmations. You stepping into the right thing and making the right choice. You feel that. You feel it. And don't overthink too much about it. You know when you hear God. And maybe that needs to be in a few more people's prayers. God, allow me to know it's you. Strengthen my relationship with you, that I know it's your voice. And we won't have to ask for confirmation so much. I know what I deserve. I know what you deserve. I love y'all.